National Weather Service now says the tornado that started in Kentwood on Saturday as an EF-1 grew into an EF-4 with 170-mile-per-hour winds when it hit Tylertown.
The tornado was part of a severe weather outbreak that killed at least 41 people in 8 states. Chris Welty reports.
In Walthall County, the damage is widespread, but this was the deadliest spot for the tornadoes here along Bethlehem Loop. We spoke with a father who declined to go on camera. He says that in between the two tornadoes, he couldn't get to his home. He could only get there by foot. And when he did, he prayed to God to lead him to his son. And this is where he found his 7-year-old lying in the trees. This is where their home stood. The dad says his 7-year-old son loves Spider-Man and playing outside. He says his son thought of him as Superman, and he's devastated knowing he could not save him.
I'm glad they found him. Not the way they did, but I'm glad they at least have their son.
His neighbors also heartbroken by the loss and destruction.
There's no words.
Yeah, all we can do is pray for him and help him out and try to get this Bethlehem Loop Road straight again, like it was when we first came here 6 years ago.
The Walthall County Sheriff says in all 3 people died Saturday, including Suzette Tolbert and her stepson. All 3 deaths were along Bethlehem Loop.
Some of my close friends passed that live next to me, and I can replace all this stuff, and you know, it's going to take time, but I think more of the people that didn't make it through this storm.
Tolbert served a stint as an Ochsner flight nurse and then as a NICU nurse at West Jeff. Her former coworker says Tolbert recently moved to Mississippi.
She was a wonderful nurse. Patients, families really loved her. She was always very effusive, very kind. She would explain what was going on all the time. She never left her patients in the dark.
The sheriff says countless others were injured. From the sky, the path of Saturday's deadly tornadoes in Walthall County is clear. Trees cut and greenery stripped. Sheetrock, insulation, and other debris tangled throughout the area.
I was in that truck. Yeah. A stick from that windshield. I'm over there. Get right there.
Patricia and Buddy Baker live in Tylertown, Mississippi. Their home is a total loss. Buddy says the tornado swiftly came in and they did not receive an alert.
And then all of a sudden, just bam, about 3 seconds, it hit me and it was out of here.
So it was fast?
Yeah, it was quick.
Did you know it was on its way?
No. I was sitting in my truck with my truck running.
The Bakers say they're grateful God shielded them and they'll rely on their faith to get through this.
I really feel blessed. I feel that God was with me as I was coming through all those boards falling and the sheetrock and everything else. But he had to come through to get all that off of me before he could get me out.
Walthall County Sheriff Kyle Breland says FEMA is in the area assessing the damage. He acknowledges the road to recovery will take months, if not years. In Walthall County, Mississippi, Chris Welty, Fox 8 Local First.